Every ordinary timeline is waiting for its single, explosive edit. Forget the planned moments. The truest drama happens when the camera just happens to be rolling. These breathtaking, uncontrolled seconds are a powerful reminder that the best stories are always real. The Nanfangao Bridge in eastern Taiwan collapsed instantly, crushing boats and sending a truck into the harbor, prompting massive emergency response. More of a storm ambush than a warning, a sudden twister over Sicily's skies sent panicked vacationers scrambling for cover.
Oh, he's gonna be fast.
You need at least 26,000 miles per hour to see a sonic boom. That's absolutely mind-blowing. Juneau, Alaska is the only place to see the humpback's bubble net feeding, a spectacular fusion of strength and wit. The colors inside the Basilica of St. Paul, Italy are absolutely spectacular, a visual feast unlike any other. Shocking footage shows 7 massive trees instantly collapsing onto a busy highway, barely missing several terrified drivers. The only real danger was to the employee, who the owner nearly flattened. finish run is currently underway. The Istanbul Financial Center was instantly struck by lightning, a sudden shock demonstrating the raw, unannounced power of nature. Hungry, so hungry. Did that give you chills? Tell me in the comments.
Hi, darling.
On a highway in Thailand, a Toyota Fortuner was involved in a head-on collision with a large truck, resulting in a severe impact. Miscalculating a maneuver at that speed can quickly lead to dangerous outcomes. That archival footage from Pearl Harbor isn't a film, it's historical reality. A fraction of a second mechanical failure and the helicopter vanished beneath the surface. The air ambulance aircraft encountered a major structural failure and made an unscheduled landing just after becoming airborne. What began as a vital mission to transfer a patient unexpectedly came to an unfortunate close.
That was close.
Massive hailstones instantaneously blanketed Dubai in white, proving it was more than just bad weather, but a display of nature's raw intensity. The true danger of an avalanche lies not just in the falling snow, but in the deadly silence that instantly transforms a tranquil slope into a violent force. The Holotrophus mossy jellyfish, nicknamed the fireworks jellyfish for its dazzling appearance, has been sighted. In Newfoundland, Canada, northern gannets plunge into the ocean to hunt for fish.
Блядь, дебил! Блядь, дебил!
Once a heavy semi-truck loses control, it's unstoppable. This one careened across the center divider and nearly ran over a nearby pedestrian. Tires pose a serious risk. Stay vigilant. You won't believe how quickly a lion can rush you. Near Denali's upper runway, an earthquake struck, making the ground vibrate and sending a huge dust cloud down Mount Hunter. It was like the mountain was moving. In Haiphong, Vietnam, a container truck carrying 60 tons of steel coils slammed its brakes to avoid an obstacle. The sudden stop snapped the chains, sending the coils forward to crush the cab and spill fuel everywhere. This is a critical safety reminder not to lean over a tire during inflation. The high pressure can turn instantly lethal. the Sobolev over 2 Vertny Volok intersection in Smolensk, a massive truck suddenly tipped over, scattering debris across the street. A simple mistake allowed gravity to prevail. How was the landing? Eyes on the road, not the selfie stick, buddy.
Стой, 71-43, 71-43, стой, сука!
Inside the storm, the driver watched lightning explode across the sky, a display of raw, unfiltered power.
The guy cycling in his wetsuit. Oh my god! Woo!
The car over there, the car over there, our car.
Okay.
Look at the car, it's smashing against the side. It's coming on.
Relax.
A massive landslide tore through Alquisamana and Bolivia's capital, serving as a stark reminder that the ground we stand on is inherently unstable. A flash flood turned Moab's dry canyons into violent rivers in minutes. The drivers didn't just survive, they barely escaped disaster. Police confirmed the container truck driver was entirely to blame. Taking a corner too fast with that load is a guaranteed recipe for disaster. Police attribute the Mahwah crash to the SUV, which recklessly cut off the truck and braked, causing the truck to lose control and overturn. At the SAAF Puma Museum, a vintage car was dropped from the air, impacting the ground with a thunderous burst of dust and debris. Nobody expects a deer during a haircut, but this one had other ideas and made a highly memorable entrance. That was the warm-up. Subscribe now and prepare for the unbelievable.
In Freeport, Bahamas, a single crane malfunction unleashed destruction so fast it left a massive cargo ship in ruins before anyone could react. In one earth-shaking moment, Eggboro's last cooling towers vanished into dust, history collapsing before our eyes. More than 1,000 firefighters are working relentlessly from the air and on the ground to keep the holy fire from reaching homes in Lake Elsinore. Crowds watched in horror as the 5,000-ton crane failed during a lift. In an instant, the massive machine folded in half and smashed into the ground. In a split second, the calm was shattered. Lightning slammed into the tree like a bomb, sending shock waves through the air. You could almost hear fate closing in. The truck thundered forward, its bed still raised, and the sign never stood a chance.
What?
A terrifying blaze broke out on Lufthansa's A340-300 as it was towed across Frankfurt Airport, proof that disaster can strike even on the ground. Holy smokes! A car just roared past on 3 wheels, wobbling like it's gunning for a stunt show. Sparks flying, metal screaming, pure insanity ripping through the asphalt. The way that coordination of the waves makes that look like a personal attack. In Andover, Kansas, nature built a monster in the sky, a tornado so close the town stood seconds away from devastation. While filming, he looked up only to have a fighter jet roar past inches above him. Two giants of steel met in the worst way possible on the Welland Canal. The crash was so violent, the sound alone sent chills down spines. When lightning strikes a tree, the intense heat of the bolt vaporizes water and sap in the tree, which causes a violent steam explosion. The explosion sends dangerous shards of wood debris outward. Never turn your back to the ocean. It can be more dangerous than you think. A massive container truck barreled out of control, slamming into a tree just inches away from her. The impact was violent, the danger was real, and for a split second, it looked like the end.
Start emergency deal.
Where'd it go?
Never behind us. It went look over.
It's the nightmare every driver dreads. A fully loaded tanker truck spiraling out of control, mowing down car after car before coming to a bone-chilling stop. This shocking crash proves even the rescuers aren't safe. Watch as a fire truck slams violently into a wall. Thankfully, the fire truck managed to keep going after the impact. One moment it was a mountain, the next it was torn apart by a monstrous flood. The sheer force of nature is beyond anything we can comprehend. Hold up! A blazing bolt of lightning smacked that building like a cosmic hammer, and the clip is mind-blowing. Unreal. A towering water structure obliterated a gym under construction in Pernambuco, Brazil on July 24, 2024, reducing it to rubble. What a shocking catastrophe. I just saw a squadron of fighter jets rip through the sky, painting it with thick plumes of red, white, and blue smoke. My jaw is on the floor. It's like a Hollywood movie just broke out right above us. Absolutely surreal. Holy crap! That fireplace didn't just fall, it committed suicide by gravity and took the floor with it. I've never seen a renovation go so wrong so fast. This is an absolute demolition horror show. In Ector County, the raw power of a train was on full display as it crushed a car without slowing down. In Cologne-Bonn Airport turned into a nightmare scene as an ICAO drill simulated two planes colliding on the runway. Flames, chaos, and sirens made this exercise look terrifyingly real. It's only training, but it feels like pure disaster. In a split second, a motorcycle rider crashes to the ground only to face a truck bearing down on him. Stay vigilant and scan your surroundings before opening your car door. In Vietnam, what began as just another routine crossing turned into a nightmare when a bridge suddenly gave way while cars and motorbikes were still on it. The collapse sent shock and panic through everyone nearby, a terrifying reminder of how fragile safety can be in an instant.
Oh my God.
In Zhangjiao, the Xinli Power Company pulled off a blast so powerful and precise, it looked less like demolition and more like a controlled earthquake. Once the negative charge at the bottom of the cloud gets large enough, a flow of negative charge called a stepped leader rushes toward the Earth. The positive charges at the ground are attracted to the stepped leader, so positive charge flows upward from the ground. Consider Gilmore Space attempting to launch their Iris rocket for the first time from Bowen, Australia. Unfortunately, the launch did not go as planned as the rocket veered to the right and fell back to Earth. Next time, pick a smaller, lighter ride that actually fits you, girl. Imagine sipping coffee and suddenly a train roars by so close you could almost touch it. This cafe moment went from chill to shock in seconds. Out of nowhere, this truck turned into a flying missile, smashing through a rooftop, tearing into wooden beams, and crashing back down to the street in total chaos. That is absolutely the most beautiful and terrifying thing I've ever seen. Talk about a guardian angel. That mattress just missed him by inches. The heavens were definitely on his side. If you enjoyed this wild ride, hit that like button and subscribe to join us on the next adrenaline-fueled adventure.
TX Moments.